Hi my friends, how you all doing? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a fresh episode of F1 Manager and our Aston Martin career mode. The mid-season break has just happened and we are getting into the second half of Season 3 today. If you missed the last episode, it's linked above. Feel free to go and check it out, my friends. Right, so mid-season breaks happened. A few things have happened, obviously, to the team, to the car and all that good stuff. So to the car, first and foremost. A few things have finished, so we were working on some stuff and the new underfloor is in and the new side pods are in. So our car now looks a little like this going into the next race. Would I like it to be a bit better than it is? Of course I would, but I still think the car is in a bloody good place. And you got to think as well, we've been doing some good stuff this season, so I'm pretty happy with that. Where this is concerned, I've actually started taking a few things for the cars, so we're kind of ready for as and when we're going to need to use them. We might even need to use some in Belgium, to be honest with you. I think this is going to be one of those Grand Prix where I think a top 10 finish would be kind of something to just go for, because we're probably going to incur some penalties and whatnot. I have also tried to offer Fernando Alonso a new contract, but I went to 11.5 million and he rejected. So I don't know what's going to happen with Alonso, and I'm a bit gutted about it. I'm going to be honest, because he has been so good for us since he joined the team. So yeah, that's a little bit of a worry. Now, we can't do any development at the moment. I'll show you the current projects. We've got this research that's going to be done in 5 days, and the reason we can't do any is because we've run out of our aero ATR time, but that does reset at the end of next week, so it'll be after the Dutch Grand Prix. It will reset and then we'll be able to get going again. We're going to concentrate a lot more heavily in the second half of the season on research than we are on development, but it'll probably be 2 research and 1 development project each and every time that we put them through. That probably how I'm going to do it. I kind of feel like the car is in a really nice place, currently sitting second. If we were to finish, look, we could finish first, but I think that Red Bull's too strong. If we could finish maybe, second, third, fourth this season, I think it's a good year. So when it said fourth at the beginning of the season, I shit myself, as you all know, but looking at how well we've done this season, I think we're in a good place to potentially finish second, third, fourth, which would be amazing. Fernando, obviously second in the drivers. It'd be great if he could finish a bit further up and win it, but I can't see it happening because, like I keep saying, that Red Bull is very good. So yeah, that's kind of the target going into this part of the season. I'm going to do the usual and put both of those on. Not going to do that, and we've still got that streak on going. So we can, ladies and gentlemen, crack on now with the Belgian Grand Prix. You're all up to date. Not much else happened. Let's do it.
Willkommen, bienvenue, and welcome to Spa-Francorchamps. This circuit was built in 1921, and even though its length was halved in 1979, the Belgian Grand Prix is still one of the longest, fastest, and most magical races on the F1 calendar. Spa-Francorchamps is famous for its long straights and fast corners. Drag efficiency will make all the difference here as drivers zoom through the famous sequence of Eau Rouge leading up into Radion. But a twisty middle sector keeps things tricky down on the track. The season is about halfway through, and it makes me wonder what else is in store for the teams. Well, there's only one way to find out. Stay right here, because we're just getting started.
Right, so, wet race potentially. Going in to practice, this is what I was talking about. So, I've obviously taken a new part in every field for both drivers to be used as and when we need to, basically. But we've got a gearbox at 58 and one at 69. So they're not the greatest. They're really, really not. I think we potentially got one more race out of the one that's slightly better. As far as the ERSs, we've got one at 56, one at 63. So I'm just putting the crap on at the minute in practice to just run it into the ground. I didn't take an engine. I thought I did. We've got one at 73%, one at 77%, and one at 46. All right, we'll run that into the ground in practice. Actually, we don't need to take an engine. Not an engine, a gearbox, I should say. We might be okay just for this race, but we might have to incur some penalties from next race then. in the Dutch Grand Prix. Okay, we are done and dusted with a practice. Alonso 96% on the setup. I think that's probably the best I've ever done. Let me just take a look. Okay, I don't actually think that's too bad. I don't think that's too bad. It's just that oversteer. Whereabouts is Alonso's? Yeah, it's just a bit further up. Look at that. Optimal on for 3 things. Yeah, I don't think 89 is too bad. Right, we're going to go into qualifying now. As you can see, I've absolutely drained these units. We are now kind of down. To the lower kind of ends of the units now.
Ready to check?
Right, we are gonna
okay.
get out nice and quick, gang, because I want to get laps in. Don't really know what's going to be going on with the power units and whatnot, so let's just get out, get laps in, and yeah, go from there basically. Ocon is going to come around and be in a nice place for his lap. There's going to be no traffic whatsoever, so no excuses. Going to be a bit of traffic on the track for Alonso to navigate, but it shouldn't be a problem on this section of track that he's hit that traffic. No, it doesn't look like it was too much of a problem. Ocon first, so yeah, let's see what he's doing as he crosses the line. 141. It's a long lap here, a really long lap. Yeah, he goes across the line, and Alonso is coming across the line now in a 141 as well, and he goes slightly quicker than Esteban Ocon. Purple through the middle and end stint. Stroll crashed. Where the hell did he crash? Did he? Was it right at the end? Oh, it's right as he was about to set his lap. Right as he was about to set his lap. Oh, dearie me. Dearie me. Lance Stroll in the bin once again. Either there was a lot of traffic in this session, or
there's a spin!
We have found something from somewhere. Verstappen, Leclerc, Perez, Bottas, Hamilton, all down here. Russell's up there. I don't think we need to go again. I'm not going to go again. I just don't think we need to. But there's going to have to be some big improvements from some of those drivers. Tell you that much. Crazy how much some of them are off the pace.
Okay, and all the way to 0. All the way to 0. Car off.
Right, Perez, currently P11. He improves. Big time improves as well. Gasly improves. Oh dear. Everyone's improving. Everyone's improving. Not enough though. Jesus.
Radio check.
Right.
Yeah, radio check.
Yeah, let's send. And I'm gonna wait until the end of the session to send Ocon, because his stuff is in slightly worse nick. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do with him. It means he's going to get one go only, but yeah, I'm hoping it's going to be a decent enough go. Alonso is well off the pace. He hit so much traffic, and it's one of the reasons why I was thinking let's just go once with Ocon, Esteban Ocon. A good lap from Ocon. Right, they're already gone. And there we go. Let's get Alonso out on track. Perez went really early. And I've sent Ocon behind him because I just need Ocon to get a lap in. Alonso's right at the back of the pack. And yeah, he is going to get a second chomp. Second go at this. Right, what is Ocon going to set? Ocon's up there in 5th. So it's all on Alonso now. All on Alonso. What can he do? What can he do? And he is going to do a 140. Oh, he improves. Ocon's out. Oh my god. Ocon's out. Tell you what,
Radio
I'm
check.
so surprised at that from Ocon. I
Radio
really,
check,
really
okay.
am.
Radio check.
That's mad. Right, they're all going out on a fresh tyre. And we're going to go out. I think literally everybody went out then. We're going to go at the back of it all. Get a lap done. And then, yeah, we'll see what other people do next time. Wow, I'm so surprised Ocon went out. So surprised. That's crazy. Yeah, we're not having any rain in the session. I was like, why are they all going out so early? But yeah, clearly making the most of the conditions. And Alonso, what are we looking at here? What are we looking at here? We are looking at a 140. 7th place right now. That's very good. Very good. Right, okay. At a similar time, Perez goes early again. And we are going to go at the back of the pack once again. And let's just see if we can go any better than we did first time. Definitely going to take some penalties for Ocon. I think a lot of Ocon's problems was that his power units are at the end of their life cycle. And Alonso doesn't improve. Doesn't improve. It's going to be P7 in the Belgian Grand Prix. Right. It's time for the race. I genuinely don't know what the weather's going to look like just yet. Setups are looking good right now. These parts are giving me concern. I think I'm going to change the engine. I'm going to leave the ERS though. The gearbox, yeah, is fine, but yeah, I'm going to change the engine out. We probably will take a grid penalty, but I think it's worth it, to be honest with you. Right, so these conditions, what are we looking at? Moderate. So light and moderate, I think, are inters, and I think it's like when it says, you know, torrential downpour, basically that's the other. So we're looking at lap 8 for the weather. So I'm going to go on the medium, and then we're going to go on to the intermediate tyre at lap, was it 8? Yeah, lap 8. We're going to go on to that inter. We could probably lean on that a bit at the beginning, I reckon. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to create that strategy. I'm only going to do one stint on the inter. I've seen it in the past go a lot further than it says it should. So yeah, I'm going to kind of lean on the intermediate tyre. We're going to leave all of his stuff as it is. Now we have got a fresh soft tyre for Ocon because he didn't get through, did he, in qualifying? So I'm going to leave that on, and we're going to go quite heavy on that. Create that stint. Yep, lovely stuff. And then we can go quite heavy on all that. Now, what we need to wait and see is how bad the grid penalty is to Ocon. Currently starting P8 as a result of other penalties.
It's a bit of a cloudy day for the race, but the atmosphere, as ever, is electric. Looking at Fernando Alonso here. Not as close to the front as they might have wished for, but we know the race order can change a lot during those first few corners. There's the second Aston Martin. Slower than most yesterday, so today they'll be starting from the bottom half of the grid. Will their hard work pay off today? You can hear the excitement in the crowd here at the Belgian Grand Prix.
Right, it said bottom half of the grid. I'm wondering how far down that is.
And it's lights
But we are
out,
going to find
and
out.
away we go.
Ocon. Oh my god, where is Ocon? Has it sent us right to the back? Oh, 18th. Oh my god. Well, that's not good. That's terrible.
This is good.
He's 17th already though, got a position back. That's good work. That's good work. I'm absolutely buzzing with that.
You did a good job.
Right. So Ocon's 16th now. And he's kind of working his way through the field already. Nice.
They've moved up a place.
That's what we like to see. Alonso ended up starting 4th as a result of the penalties taken by other people, so that's nice. And we're just going to kind of see what he can do. What tyres are people on? Ah. So we've got people on the medium up here. We've got people on worn. We've got someone on worn soft as well. Magnussen up in 7th place. Wow. Now I think what I'm going to do is settle in on the tyre. Same with Ocon. I'm going to settle in on the tyres.
Yeah, take it easy.
The reason for that is I'm going to push them towards the wet window. So I think once we sort of get closer, then I'll go for it a bit more. I think now might be the time to go a bit more neutral, I think, when we are about to complete the first lap. Trying to get a very good amount of energy on this racetrack. Now I'm just going to drop in with Ocon, and I'm going to see if I can maybe help him out a bit. Ocon is 15th. He's going very nicely in the opening stages of this race. Really is moving along very well. And yeah, he just needs to basically fight through the grid. That's a big old penalty. That's a 10th-place grid penalty he took for a new engine. He's up to 13th. I think someone might have spun off the track or run wide or whatever. Oh yeah, he's up to 13th now. Very good. Making his way through the field. I think this, if we don't finish in the points with Ocon, it's going to break the bloody streak, isn't it, that we had going of 2 cars finishing top 10. So I do need to get him up there. He's having a look. He's definitely faster than these cars that he's running with. So, yeah, there you go. That is interesting. I'm going to deploy it a bit there. See if we can get that to help him a bit to stay close to these cars. Alonso's running quite nicely in P4, so I'm not going to worry too much about him. I'm going to just kind of move along with Ocon for now. And Ocon using the ERS, it's going to get this job done, and that's going to be very nice. Very, very nicely done. And he's got DRS as well. So there you go. It was kind of double bubble there. Can he close these guys down in front of him? If we can get back into the top 10 before the wet weather comes, that is great work from Ocon, to be honest with you. Really good work. He's on the tail of these cars, so nothing to say he can't do it. I'm going to stick this into deploy. I'm going to see if around here it can give us something. And it is gonna, but as you can see, the cars are so tightly compact together that it's a lot of swaying all over the road, and you can't really get it done. We are going to get DRS though in a moment. A bit of luck. There's a crash, several cars involved. Please don't say we were involved in it. We've got a penalty.
It's a crash.
Who crashed?
More than one car. Let's take a closer
And this
look.
is before the
Now
wet
look
weather.
at this. Daniel Ricciardo involved here.
Daniel Ricciardo locks up. Oh, it's 3 cars involved. Oh, wow. It was like a domino effect there, wasn't it? Here we go. Oh, we can't get past them. Too tough. When there's a line of cars, it's so much harder. So much harder. Need you into the top 10.
We are expecting rain pretty soon.
Still expecting that rain.
Okay, copy.
Need to deploy it with the DRS. Come on, get past him. That's it. Nice job. Nice work. Right, get this moving. So lap 9 is what we're expecting. He's into the top 10.
Looks
And
like
that's
Aston
good.
Martin have just gained the race position.
The Delta, yeah, he's still within touching distance of him, but he is on the back of it. Now I'm actually going to lean on his tyres a bit. We're going to back off a little on this fuel for both cars. Yeah, I'm going to lean on the tyres a little. I think we can do that, and I think we will possibly lean on the DRS. The ERS, sorry. I get the two muddled up so much, I don't know why. ERS I control, DRS I don't. So yeah, I don't know why I get them so confused. We're going to ignore that because we're not actually going to enter that pit window now. We're going to deploy. Yep, ignore that as well because we're going to go a lap longer than we planned. I think it's going to be intermediate tyre. I'm hoping it is. I'm really hoping it is. Right, let's see if this helps us at all to close them down. We've got the DRS as well. And I don't know. Just don't know. They seem to be very pacey. We've got very warm parts as well. We do need to remember that on this car. Ocon 2 seconds away from Gasly. He's got Hamilton behind him. Yeah, he's going all right. I think he's raced a good race, to be fair. Oh, here we go. Alonso getting very close to the Mercedes. We've got one Mercedes in front and one Mercedes behind. So, yeah, they're kind of the team we're really competing with. There we go. There's the rain. Oh, and Alonso crashes. Alonso's crashed. Brilliant. 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 And then he just stops and it
Let's
just...
take a look at the replay. Let's have a look here.
all
This
goes
was the
to
Aston
pot.
Martin.
And it's Alonso's fault.
Goodness
Wow.
me, that is a... There's contact! It's chaos on the track!
Safety car. Safety.
Well, there you go. Race over. Race over. For Alonso.
There is a small sprinkling of rain. Okay.
And that's probably ruined Ocon's race as well, I would imagine. Well, there you go. I don't know what's happened there. I don't know what Alonso was thinking. I really don't. He's going to get a penalty as well by the looks of things. Ah, fuck's sake. Russell's out. Russell's out of the Grand Prix. How Alonso's still going but Russell's out is beyond me. Well, everyone's going to come in. It's bunched the pack up at least, so there is that. But I can see everybody coming in and getting on different tyres now. So yeah, we're going to be double stacked. Yep, serving his penalty. Oh, it's a stop-go penalty. So there you go. He served it in race. He's now in 16th, and yeah, that's probably race over, done and dusted for Alonso, unfortunately. Ah, what could have been? What could have been? Right, so we want to go on to conserve with you. Oh, other people are now coming in the pits. That's strange. Why wouldn't you have just come in the pits before? Alonso is somehow coming out of this still in 9th position. Ocon's in 4th. What? What on earth? That's unbelievable. To be fair, that is unbelievable.
Safety car will be in this lap.
That Alonso's 9th, even after taking Russell out of the race and smashing the car up. That is mad. That is mad. Right, I don't know when we go. I don't know when we go. So I'm just going to bang this into standard and deploy now because I don't know when we're going to go racing. There we go. Normal racing is resumed. Right, so Ocon is now the man we've got to kind of stick with. Someone's just gone into the pits, Albon. Why would he pit now? He just had a free pit stop. Was it Albon? No, Magnussen. That's random. Why would he go into the pits now? Well, that's helped us because Ocon's now 3rd. How? Alonso 7th. How is Alonso 7th?
Aston Martin with a great
So,
play there.
you've
They've
got
moved
minor
up a
damage
place.
to the chassis, so that's a slight issue that could affect us as the race goes on. But yeah, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Can't believe Alonso did that. It's literally nothing to his race, really. There was nothing going on, nothing that was going to hurt him. And then, yeah, he just kind of mashed it right into the back of Russell. So random. Oh dear. Right, I'm going to deploy the ERS. Every time we get to this corner now, I'm going to think that Alonso's going to smash into the back of someone. There is a yellow flag. I don't know who it's for.
Is that a lockup?
Magnussen locked up. Alonso, can you get it done? Come on, get it done. Yes, lovely. Lovely. Get in there. That is beautiful. Right.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
Ocon. Right, they're 5 seconds up the road. Jesus. Got some work to do, Alonso. You have got some work to do. Don't know if you're going to have enough about you, mate, to get it done. But you can try, can't you? You can try. And we are pulling away here with Alonso, which is good. I can't believe he's sixth after a crash. I genuinely, I can't believe it, gang. I cannot believe he's sixth after a crash. my ear, I don't think anyone's going to change to the wet tyre. Right, Ocon has been left now. I kind of see that coming. Albon's into the pits. Oh, it's actually officially gone to wet weather conditions. But I'm definitely not pitting because I think it will dry out. I think it will dry out. So yeah, we're just going to leave the boys in there on the track and keep going basically. But yeah, Ocon, they're on inters as well. So yeah, we can see them. We've got Perez 3.5 seconds behind and then Alonso 5 seconds behind him. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to come in. It's going to keep going wet, dry, wet, dry, wet, dry. But oh, I really wonder what they're going to do. Wonder what they're going to do. Nope, they're staying out. They're staying out. So yeah, I'm going to kind of follow the leaders and what they do, to be honest with you. There's lots of people pitting. But it has dried out enough. It has dried out enough. So yeah, not too concerned, to be honest. Yeah, we're on for a podium. We're on for a podium at the moment. How far can we make this intermediate tyre go? That's the question. Yeah, Alonso's been dropped big time by Perez. And Perez is doing a good job at closing Ocon down as Ocon is losing people. They've gone into the pits. Now, do they know something I don't? I'm surprised they've gone into the pits. They've gone onto wet tyres. Oh, Ocon spun. Get it back on. Get it back on the. Get it back on the road. Get it back on the road.
Have a watch of this. Looks like Ocon.
Just get it back on the road. There we go. In second place. Jesus. We were in the race lead and then he spins it. I feel like this is one of those races where there's just a mistake in our drivers, and it's going to be like that the whole race. I'm really surprised that they've put wets on. Really surprised. It's not really wet weather. I'm really surprised they've done that. It could get wet, but yeah, I don't think it's wet weather. And look, they're in again. So yeah, they know they've made a mistake. It's now changed to wet, so as they come in and put inters on, it's going to change to wet weather. Honestly, there's something to be said about being patient. There's something to be said about being patient in this game. There really is. We are going to lose pace for a bit, and Albon's going to be lightning quick. But like, we're going to get to a point where it is going to dry out a bit. Is Perez going to come in? Nope. See, Perez is staying out. Perez is just sticking with that intermediate. It's almost like he knows that it is going to dry out. Alonso's being caught by Albon, but that's no surprise. Albon Leclerc on the wet tyre is going to be good, but they're going to have to pit again because it's going to start to dry out in a minute. In very soon, it's going to start drying out again. You can see the levels going down already. So yeah, they're going to be on fresh inters. Don't get me wrong. They will all be
That's a
on
position
fresh
gained
inters,
for
but
Alpha Tauri.
yeah, we've had a crash on track. Please don't say it's involving one of us. Please don't say it's one of us.
There's been a crash.
No, it was
Sounds like a single
Leclerc,
car.
and he
We
was
can take a look
in and
now.
out of the bloody pit
Okay,
lane.
here's the Ferrari.
Oh, he's on his own. No one pressuring him. What's going to happen? Yeah, ta-ta. Straight into the wall. Oh, dear. And Leclerc is still in the race. Crazy. Crazy. Albon is currently third because of the wet tyre, but yeah, he can go past all he likes. It's going to start trying out soon. Yes, it's going to get wet there, but I think the intermediate is the one to stay on. I really do. I think the intermediate tyre is the one to be on. Yeah, Albon's his tyre's going to go off. He's going to lose pace. All this fannying about. You know, all this fannying about. It does no favours. Trust me. Because you're going to be coming into the pits now. They're on fresh inters though. That is a worry. That is a worry. I'm just going to burn a little fuel. Yeah, there's a lot to be said about just the wet weather having patience, in my opinion. Look, it's getting wet again. It's getting wet again, but is it going to get really wet? Probably not. It's a bit stop-start, this race, because of the weather. But, like, will they be stupid enough to, like, pit? That's going to be the interesting thing.
Tauri gained a place.
Because Perez is kind of doing what we're doing. And just getting on with it. There's a crash again. Norris is obviously involved in that crash. Because his tyres went from 90% to...
Safety car.
Ooh.
Keep the delta positive.
Ooh.
Copy that.
You know what? You know what? Yeah, do it. Do it.
Who's that just crashed?
I don't know if we've got a big enough lead to get it done, but it is a safety car, so we might as well, you know. Oh, Alonso run wide. I thought he did.
I think there's been a
thought I
lockup.
see him run wide. Anyway, come on. Come on. Oh, come on, just get on with it. Jesus Christ. Oh, I want it. This is annoying me. Just get in. Get the tyres changed. Get a fresh set of inters on. Here we go. Ocon. Come on, get out. Yes, Alonso's going to lose places, but Ocon's now got fresh intermediates on. That is good. That is really good. And Alonso's out in 6th, so he didn't lose too much. But we've got a fresh inter on against Perez, and that wet tyre ain't going all the way to the end. So there's a lot to be said for what I've just done there. Right, safety car
will be in this lap. Safety car will be in this lap.
Right, okay. I'm going to just move this along a little. And we're actually going to go quite aggressive with both drivers. And I'm going to go on deploy for both as well. And see if we can get the jump. There we go. Come on. I'm not going to do this for too long. But yeah, just as we get going again. And yeah, there we go. Just for a little while. Just to see if we can get past him. We've got such good tyres that I really do feel like we would pull away. Don't want to burn them out too much, but that is unbelievable from Ocon if he gets this done. That is unbelievable from Ocon if he gets it done. Can he get it done? Can he get it done? Come on. Use all the power. Use all the power. Come on.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
Right. Good tyres. Better tyres. Can we pull away? That is the question. Alonso
Looks like
is
Aston
fourth.
Martin have just gained a race position.
Right. Yeah, these tyres, we're taking them to the end, basically. There's going to be a bit there, but we're going to take these to the end. So that was my strat. And yeah, there's a real good chance that just changing onto these tyres is going to win us the race here. Perez's tyres will go off. They will eventually just give up. He might let Verstappen past to kind of save the team's race. Alonso fourth is mental. It is mental. It really is. Alonso, how far back are you? Yeah, being followed by Hamilton. He has got chassis damage. We do have to remember that first. But we are going to play the patient game. Once again, I'm not going to pit. It's going to get wet, I think, this bit here. But I'm not going to pit. Because if you pit, you're going to have to pit again. And I just don't really see the point. All in the same boat if we're on the intermediates. Nobody's pitting. Right. They have closed us down a bit. Ooh, really closed us down. I think the weather affects everybody, but it really just draws you in. You don't have the pace. Verstappen has caught us up. Oh no. How has he done that? How has he done that? Need it to dry out a bit. I need it to dry out a bit. Verstappen is going to get past us. Oh crap. Why is he so fast? He's on the Inter. A worse Inter than ours. Why is he so fast? That's mad how quick he is. Why is he so fast? Right, I'm going to go aggressive. I'm going to push this tyre for a bit. I don't think we've got much choice. And I'm going to push yours as well to try and catch up with Perez.
We're good to push.
Just for a bit, you know, because we've got the life and the tyres to do so. How was he so quick? That is insane how quick he was. Like, I don't understand. Don't understand that. Fuel's getting low.
Was that a lock-up on the track?
Will we have enough to get to the end? Jesus, I can't believe how quick he was. He just flew away from us. Flew away from us. Didn't he? It's crazy how quick he was. 4 laps to go. I feel like we can really just lean on these tyres. Yes, I understand with the fuel, but I think we'll get the fuel back. I'm not going to panic about it. I wish it would stop doing that stop thing. Really annoying. Come on, Alonso, get closer. Get closer. We could have both cars up on the podium again if you can just get closer. And we've got Sainz behind us. He is catching us. Come on, I've just left the ERS. I've just left it. Just for all the juice, man. Just throw it all at him. And see if we can get it done. We have got very close there. Very, very close. And it's still going, still going, still going. We're going to just lean off of it. I think we're going to be alright. We can get that fuel back probably in the last couple of laps. Can Alonso get this done? That's the big question. I'm going to deploy here. Oh, I'm using the wrong deploy. I'm using the wrong deploy. I haven't even been using Alonso's. I do this all the time, gang. I do this all the time. I get the cars confused. Because I feel like Ocon probably should be #1 driver. So yeah, I probably would have got this done a lot sooner had I been using the right ERS system. Come on. Come on, Alonso. Come on, Alonso. Come on, Alonso. Stop telling me about the fuel. We're going to be fine. You know what? Conserve. Get you done first. Come on, get it done, get it done, get it done. Right. So, there's a crash. There's a crash. Is it a biggie? Yes, it is.
Car in the wall.
Oh, safety car right at the end of the race, and that is that. That is that. We're going to end under a safety car.
Let's have a look.
Oh,
Look at this. It's Pierre Gasly.
lucky bastards.
Goodness me, that is
Lucky bastards, the Red Bulls. They really are, because there's only 2 laps left. Oh, what could have been? What could have been? Where Verstappen found that pace, I'll never know. But anyway, 2nd and 4th, I'll take it all day long.
This is a performance to remember from Esteban Ocon. Extraordinary. This podium is a remarkable achievement for the whole team. And there's no denying that the Frenchman deserves this result. He was absolutely brilliant. But remember, it's not just about today's trophies, it's the points that can make all the difference.
So there you have it. Can we just appreciate Ocon's 16th place? Because I took the penalty and finished 2nd. Alonso, if I'd have been using the right ERS, you'd have been on there as well, son. I can only apologise. I'm an absolute idiot. I have to remember, Ocon is on the right, Alonso is on the left. Such a prat. Anyway, as a result, we've let Max pull away a bit from Alonso. But Esteban Ocon is up to 4th place. And because of this race, we are firmly in 2nd now. We really have produced a rather special piece of machinery. And so there you have it, gang. We're done and dusted for another episode. I can't believe Alonso finished 4th after smashing the back of Russell and putting him out of the race. That's unbelievable. I'll tell you something I just want to quickly check before we leave. Yeah, I don't think anything took too much of a battering as a result. I do think next race we're going to have to take some grid penalties for both racers, and potentially it might just be one of those that's a little bit of a write-off. It's in 4 days' time, research will be complete, and then, yeah, we're just going to wait until we get the new ATR period, and we'll get the research started, I think. We've got such a good car going into the last 7 races. I'm quite confident that we could finish 2nd or 3rd in the constructors. We ain't going to win the drivers. Verstappen is just so good, and that car is so good. We see how he passed Ocon and he was gone. So, yeah, let's just concentrate on this, and then maybe year 4 we can finally make a charge for that championship. But until next time, do all the usual stuff, my friends. Like, share, subscribe, get involved in the comments. But until then, stay safe, stay humble. See you all later.